Well, everybody, we're getting ready to go on the old cub again. We've had some rain finally. Boy, I just can't get that with one hand. Oh yeah, it's down on the edge there. Probably can't see it with the camera, but that's one of them replacement ones. It's not real smooth like the old ones. Yeah, it's right up to the full mark. Ain't that funny? You can see the condensation from that rain the other day. Even on a dipstick, you know, just a little bit of condensation. But anyway, we're going to get over into the garden here in a minute. This tractor always starts pretty good, usually. This had been started for 2 days, but it's warm out. So that makes a big difference. Anyway, we're not in a hurry here, so that's usually when it stalls. Anyway, I'm gonna bring her along for a little bit here. I'm not gonna go through the whole garden, but we'll do a few minutes. I'm gonna start on the opposite side here today. Start on the cucumbers and the eggplant. As you can probably see here, we've got weeds starting. A lot of nice moisture in the ground today. Not so dusty. Cucumbers are starting to run, which is a good thing. Going up to the 4th row here, so we don't have to use the clutch, which is right here. Another week or so, we won't be able to cultivate on the sides of the plastic like this anymore because the plants will be too big. They've already set their first fruit. We'll be picking yellow squash in about a week and a half. here, we've got to get onto it kind of funny because I got a steel drag in the way. We'll straddle that drag, but we got to go out a little further to do it. We've got the first 2 rows will be done. Now we'll go and do every other row and come back and pick up the ones we missed. And that way you don't have to use the clutch. Start, stop, back up. Easy way to cultivate. To believe, but I've picked almost 3 yard, maybe 4 yard of rocks out of this field just this year alone. Do the same amount every year. You know, you look at them there going by. They're just this ground is thick with rocks. That's all there is to it. But it grows real good crops. So you know, you always got something. People that are in a nice sandy loam stuff, when they have a drought, they have to water. We're heavy enough soil here, we don't have to water. So, you know, it's like everything. You're gonna pay for it somehow. If anybody thinks that farming's just throwing seed in the ground, they've never done it. I think only a prima donna would say something like that, you know. But anyway, I can't get started on that crap again either. I'll get all wound up. But anyway, yeah. So we go down. We just skip the row. So basically every row that we're skipping, we're going to cultivate from the other direction coming down. And we'll work right across the field like that. Now this here, I believe this is golden zucchini. And you can see it's just starting to flower. Most of the flowers right now are male flowers. They come out like a day ahead of time. Get the bees coming, and then tomorrow all those little fruit that I've just got a nice flower bud on the end of them will probably be open either tomorrow or the next day, and then we'll start setting fruit. The yellow squash has already set some fruit on it, but this here didn't go through the frost. That was the good thing about it. The next time we go up, I'll show you the stuff that went through the frost. It finally did catch up, so we're going to be all right with it. Yeah, we're out of the crops here for a minute. And we could go in this gear cultivating, but the problem is on the ends, especially trying to hold the camera here. Yeah, things get a little hectic when you're trying to put cultivators down and steer. So anyway. Carol's out watering. Yeah, we did all right. Had enough room up on this end. You know, all this seed that's coming up right now, you know, all these big farms, they all use pre-merge and stuff to kill all that seed in the ground. I can see why they do it if you had 100 acres or 1,000 acres to do. But we don't have to use all them chemicals. We small scale, you know. Try to take care of what we got. There's a nice yellow squash right there, just really starting to go. That'll be ready to pick within a week. since I'm in a higher gear, I'll go out onto the grass a little bit here and get a further swing. Got more time to do stuff. Now this right here is all the stuff that got frosted real bad. And as you can see, it came out of it. I don't know how it did, but we was all ready to pull it out. You know, lay new plastic and start right over. And it was slow getting going, but it finally caught up. So, pretty happy about that. Matter of fact, that field right over there, you can see some strips there. That's zucchini. We've planted another whole patch. Well, anyway, I'm going to shut you off for a few before I bore you to death, and I'll bring you back when I get on the other tractor and start doing the middles. Well, everybody, I got to do a little work on this cultivator here. I got new tires on it, and you can see right here where the paint's gone. If I lift this up all the way, just bring it up, it'll hit here, and it'll also hit on the back tires. And of course that forces it to go around, and it'll make enough heat right here that you can smell it. It smells like somebody's doing a burnout out in the highway. And anyway, we've always kind of tolerated it. You pick it all the way up and then just bump it down just a couple inches, and it gets it away from everything. And what we're going to do today, I'm going to leave this bolt here in. I'm going to take these two out. I'm going to knock it ahead. Probably somewhere's over here where I can still get a bolt in it, probably 2 inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and re-drill. That'll kick this back to give it tire clearance. It'll also give me clearance here. So it's going to be a little fix I'm going to do. See if it'll help it. And it's one of them aggravations. We've been dealing with it for 23 years since we've been married. And yeah, time to fix it, I guess. Be back in a few. Well, everybody, we had a change of plans. There's a pinch point right down here, and where that bolt's above it, of course, I can't pull this top ahead. So what I need to do some point in the future, I didn't want to have to take the cultivator right off. I just lowered it 1 notch, and that'll get it away from here. So I've solved that problem. But I'd still like it not to thump on the tires all the time. So what I'll do later on is I'll drill this one over. Right now it's a 3/8. I'll probably go to either a 7/16. That might give me enough to come ahead up here a little bit. We'll just rock it ahead. That'll kick the bottom back about, you know, 1/2 of an inch. Make a big difference as far as rubbing on these tires. So anyway, yeah, that's all I did for a fix today. You can see the holes are headed in, and I dropped it down 1 hole. It's actually the same as the other one, because I was going to do the same to the other side, and I was going to lift them both up, but it's obvious it doesn't work. So anyway, for a later episode, we'll get some fuel in this thing and go to cultivating.